Hey folks, welcome back to Medieval Minecraft. Okay, season 3. I'm doing a little bit here at the beginning of some of the stuff I've been doing off air. I sort of may have mentioned part of it last time around. This is not going to be what this episode's about though. I'm just showing you some of what I'm doing as far as landscaping work for the cathedral area. That's the old cathedral from season 1 that I built. Well, you'll see some, I guess you can go back to the playlist and watch that. But today we're building this thing. Um, It's a new barracks because I don't remember if I even have the old barracks built. That's the old one. I did some improvements on it in season 3, but I don't think I actually recorded that. It was sometime during season 3 I did some improvements, and it was an old build. You'll see some of the measurements here um, on what I'm doing here. 5 wide there on the corners, 5 high, and that's sort of the design, how it's going to look. Um, and then there's like sort of a tower in the back, 2 wide in between the wall and the inner wall, which you'll see it's like a little building. This larger tower, I think it's 5. Can't see. I think it's 5 and then 2 diagonal. But because this is an even build, in the back you're going to have sort of an even amount of space. Mostly I don't like even builds. I like things that are odd numbered, but well, whatever. Um, so basically, once you get this down, putting the upside down stairs there, make the walls look a little more interesting. You're also going to put, there's going to be another step on that bottom part, so you'll see that in a little bit. This is sort of how I'm making the battlements. As you can see, actually you can see it here. This side here, how I do the battlements, and then I just put a cap on the top of the slab. But on the bottom part, you will see I used the smooth stone slabs on the bottom, which I don't know where it is. It's supposed to be coming up here. Come on, come on. But at any rate, yeah, that's I think this particular build came out pretty good, but there was a couple parts in here that were a little bit didn't work for me. And so at a later point in time, I may work on, and some things didn't work for me as I was building it, which you'll see soon. These corner towers here, putting those upside down stairs on, and a bottom one, give it a little more kind of girth to it, make it look a little bit different. But yeah, see that's the slabs right there. So you may want to hold off on that bottom part. But here it is all done. I went in here and I put in, that's glowstone, it's not the lamp. I would suggest that you would change your texture pack to, because glowstone itself kind of looks ugly, so make it into a lamp of some sort. But this is how I'm building the big tower. I went up quite a bit more. I think it was another 5 there. Can't remember, but maybe it's 6. Either way, it doesn't matter. You can actually make it 6. Make it any dimension you want. And put down the wood slabs. And I changed up a little bit here, a little bit on the corners. This part here is where it gets messed up. I put down these things, but you're going to want to hold off on this part of it. You'll see later I change it, so I will jump in here and tell you about that. So this little thing here is not going to work. I was originally going to put a little roof on it, and if you can find a way to make it work that would look good, go ahead and try, but I personally knew it was going to be giving me a lot of problems here, so I didn't bother to try it. And I changed up the walkway going around here. As you can see, we're just going to fill this in and make that a level right there, even with the sidewalk. I still have not done any interiors on this, so just so you know, this is the stairway going up, kind of going up to those corner towers. I did them in the front. I suppose you could probably come up with a different design for it too, but and here is the building inside. Now you can actually change this up and do anything you want. I did cobble to give it, well, just more stone kind of look to it, but I would personally, you can do anything. You can actually do like wood on the bottom and perhaps, like white on the top or something like that. And these things are going to be moved in by 1. So you see how I'm putting them on the corner? Don't do that. It's going to go in by 1, and they're going to be 2 wide. So you'll see that in a few minutes. Except for this front part here, which I do do a little bit of an arch in it. And You'll see that in a minute. Almost done. And just replace some of those blocks on the inside. Doesn't look good having those wood things there. Let's put full blocks in. Yeah, like that. So it looks a little bit better. Stairs up there, so you can actually walk over if you really needed to. And little battlement in front. Not bad. This is where I change it up. I put too wide, I get rid of the corner ones. And don't do it too close to those stairs there going up. I think in this tower, which I did not do in this build, that big tower in the corner, that you may want to make another sort of a stair system going up. If you don't particularly like those stairs I put in the front, you can actually just get rid of them and do your stair system or a way up through that tower on the corner. I did wood here again. Like I said, you can do different color woods. You can do like white, or like I know how we're doing the cyan district. You could do cyan, change it per district. And I wasn't sure about the floor, so I put in kind of that other type of wood. That I think in the vanilla texture pack it would be just kind of a vanilla look to it, but yeah, you can obviously just do whatever you want for the floor also. It wouldn't look right with stone though. I would probably avoid that. And I see here, don't do this. I did not like the way I had that laid out because of so many different walkways up there. Doing a stairway up there wasn't going to work, so I ended up going with the ladder approach, which again doesn't work real great when you have an even number for your build. It looks better when you have an odd number, but well, it looks okay here in this one. You'll see when this is done. It actually comes out pretty decent looking build. Put windows in however you see fit. Those will mostly be like kind of like arrow slits. So you can actually make them too tall if you want, two blocks tall. Yeah, and then get rid of that inner line on those corner things that are, well, they're sort of towers, but they're not. Only because it's hard to look over the edge when you're back by two. So you'll see that. Here this might be where I change it. I'm trying to remember now. No, I don't. Yeah, this is where I didn't like it. Get rid of all that. And then in that one corner, just there you go. So that's how it's going to end up being. So looks way better. So hopefully that didn't cause any confusion if you're trying to build this. And on the corners here, same thing. I tried to change things up, but I go up by 5 there. Oh, 4. Again, wood. Try and keep consistent with the colors you're using on the inside building, but I put a log in, some wood. But you can, again, any color you want on this. And I don't remember if I really put in a floor there, but you probably could. And then I just do a typical roof that I normally do. This is like sort of the higher pitch type where it's got like a block. And I just basically go up exactly like in this pattern the rest of the way. But I show it to you just because in case some people haven't seen me build roofs before. It's just for new people that maybe haven't seen it, because I know most people have probably seen this sort of design I've done on well, pretty much all my roofs. You could actually put dormers in here also. That's another option you could do. You've seen me do dormers in some past videos. Always add that in on your own. I would keep the whatever color roof you do here on the roof for the building that we're going to be doing in a minute, the big building on the inside. Kind of keep it consistent colors if you are going to change the colors on it. Yeah, so I just do the roof that color, but again, it could be changed. Going up by a couple each time, but then I just decided to try to do something a little bit different here. You'll see that in a minute. We kind of build out, put some upside down stairs there, some windows. And then my screensaver pops up right in the middle when I'm trying to record this. So I don't see what's going on. Now I see. And some little battlements here. Yeah, extend those pillars up more. Again, you can actually do it without the pillars and have one full floor. That would probably make things. I'd kind of like the option of looking down. Kind of makes things looks a little more, you know, bigger or not so cramped sometimes. But a lot of this stuff you just got to repeat on the other side. I don't mention that verbally here too often, but when you do it on one side, you usually got to repeat it on the other. So what you see here, just redo on the other side. I don't always show it. Again, throw some windows in, a little archway. You'll see them in a minute. Do that little archway with the stairs. And we're going to do a level here also. But I have it also kind of like looking over. Again, you can do a full floor if you want, and not do a partial floor like you'll see me do here. And a police car goes by my house. Also, right when I'm recording, you don't hear one all day long. Then an instant I hit the record button. It has to be everyone that has to. You know how it is? Yeah, you do. You really do. So here again, just a couple little ledges. I could have changed the floor up to be like the other floor, but I decided to go back to the woods because I like that wood color now. But whatever you want to do, it doesn't really matter. To do a ladder up here, don't bother to do with the stairs. So I think the stairs wouldn't look right. Sort of the same thing on the other side. Put a little fence around here so you don't fall off. Put a log in and just basically make another stairway going up there. But again, the interior I didn't design with any detail. It's a barracks building. You'd probably want to put a lot of beds in. Chests and things like that. Maybe I'll come back someday and show an interior build if I decide to. I just put a log here and just make a walk. Well, a ladder going up it, but again, you do whatever way you want to do it. You probably could put in a stair system if you wanted to. But yeah, so now it's a little bit different. Breaks the roof up a little. You can also just not do this and make dormers up there, make the roof like kind of normal. Or you can make more dormers up on the top here. Either way, I don't bother with the dormers this time, but it's an option. Put a little decorative battlement here, sort of in the same style I did the other parts. And these towers, that one big tower on the side, I decided to put some lamps in again. And here's the final flyover. A decent barracks building. It could use some improvement, I think. I think maybe in the future I will show some of the improvements that I make on it, and maybe I'll annotate that here in the future. But right now it's sort of a finished barracks building. I didn't actually have a barracks one. All the old barracks buildings were actually pretty old on my channel and the old channel and all that. So all brand new. See you next time.